What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. This is going to be a collective reading, so eat the meat, spell the bone, take what resonate, and leave the rest behind. Alright, guys. So this is a general reading. It's for any and everybody who needs to hear this, alright? So, Hangman here. You guys could be somebody could be wanting to come towards you here with this Hangman and the King of Pentacles energy, or the Knight of Pentacles energy here. This person is taking their time. Someone could be, you could be waiting on some money. Some of y'all, the World here in reverse. There is got some unfinished business with somebody from the past. Somebody from your past has some unfinished business here with you, with this World in reverse. This is definitely not the end, is what they are saying. You could also be feeling this as well. You could also not be wanting this ending to take place as well. Take it how it resonates. It's giving like a incomplete karmic cycle here. King of Pentacles in reverse. This could be a job. This could be around finances and security. This could be a spouse, a lover, a father figure here. This is someone here who is someone could be struggling financially. Someone here could be very stingy when it comes to money. The Three of Cups and the Emperor here. Yeah, this person, this is somebody who likes to blow their money. Someone who is it's giving me like the Three of Cups and the Emperor here. This is a boss that maybe parties with their staff, or they party with their employees or whomever. This is someone who loves to have a fun time here. This could have been an ex of yours, or this could have been someone who you were with. You may have found out that your person was a big partier, more than you would have liked. Or this could be your energy. You could have been someone who was, you know, money is not the end all be all to you, so you're here to have a fun time, not a long time. You could be a little, if this is you, you could be someone who likes to live it up, live very lavishly. You like very nice things. The Six of Swords here. Yeah, you've moved away from that lifestyle, whatever that was. I feel like you could have been someone who was very much into labels, designer bags, designer purses, designer Gucci this, Gucci that, Bentley this, Prada this, Fendi this, you know, very label, very materialistic. And I feel like you weren't feeding your spirit. You weren't feeding your soul. And perhaps spirit here, Spirit here wants you to get back into being connected to your higher self. What is important towards you? The Six of Swords is you moving towards something here. I feel like you are moving towards peace, actual peace, abundance, true abundance, not material, you know, possessions and things of that nature, but actually feeling it in your spirit here. Yeah, the Knight of Swords. Spirit is directing you towards a new path in life. You are walking away from material lack or material overindulgence here. If you are someone who loved to go out and shop and party and do all this other stuff, you could be finding yourself at this time wanting to kind of retreat from all of that. You know, you could have been hit financially within the last 6 months or so with the World in reverse and the King of Pentacles. You could have quit a job, lost a job. However, something has changed around your sense of stability and resources here. And money is ultimately just a resource to be able to get what we want and do what we need. So, yeah. You could have been unjustly fired with the Justice in reverse. But with the Star card here in the Fool, someone could have tried to ice you out or box you out of a fucking job here. You could have been someone who was a little too outspoken at work, or you were someone who people could have looked up to you or something here. Eight of Pentacles here in reverse. Huh. Six of Pentacles in there. I see you kind of taking a break from working. Maybe you are going to start your own business, or you're going to be doing something on your own here. I'm going to pull some of these oracle cards. I'm being guided to pull some of these. So I'm just like pull some oracle cards. Marrying for money at the bottom of the deck. Kissing ass. Okay, there could be someone here. You could have been prompted to marry for money. You know, if you were a child, this is someone who could have came from a family where they valued, money as the most important part of a relationship more than actual love itself. And perhaps that was something that you were raised to believe. With the world in reverse, I feel like you have something in you that is always going to have like a high importance towards financial security and material success and abundance, and there's nothing wrong with that here. But I think you have redefined what that looks like to you. Maybe financial success isn't a Rolls Royce or a Bentley outside your house. Maybe it's just making sure it's putting all your bills on auto pay. It's being able to live comfortably and not above your means. It's the ability to know that, like, if you got fired or whatever, you would have 3 months. You know what I mean? Like, you can do whatever you want. Fake smiles and rejected. Could be some fake ass energy around you here. Let me see here. Happiness hater. Someone could have been envious of your lifestyle. Ain't shit. Fake smile. Yeah, someone could have been. You could have been a very flashy person formerly. I don't feel like you're like this now. But there was someone here who is maybe a little too happy that things, on their point of view, may not seem like they're working out for you. So, like, if this is someone who is, let's say you were making big bucks at this company, right? But this job was killing you. Like, you were working 12-hour shifts, barely got to see your family, barely got to have any fun on the weekends. But you took yourself on nice, vacations when you had the chance. Your love life may not have been the best because you was working so much. So you would go on these vacations with your girlfriends, and maybe you got to really do it big. Everybody else, they got an interior room on the boat, but bitch, you got a motherfucking balcony, seaside. You know what I mean? So people can really, like, hate on that. Or even if you was the kind of person who was like, I'm gonna take everybody out, and I'm gonna get people can get mad because you actually doing stuff for them that they want to dust it off. Exactly, dust it off. What kind of plan is that? It looks like the whatever I got in there. Dust it off. Yeah, you don't let that shit get to you. These are just low vibrational people. Dust it off. You walking away from these situations, these friends, talking shit. And let them talk, because they will anyhow. You know what I mean? Like, let these people talk. The Knight of Swords, oh yeah. Somebody is, in spirit is, watch your mouth. Don't watch your mouth when you're talking about collective here, okay? The Knight of Swords don't play about you. God don't play about you. And this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, he pulling you up out the situation here. They pulling you up out the situation here. Eight of Pentacles, yeah. Ooh, somebody didn't call the case. Sexual infections, sexual disease, rash, etc. Somebody could be lying. They lying on your pussy. He lying on my pussy. Somebody could be lying. Someone could be saying that you burnt them, you gave them this, you gave them that. This motherfucker ain't even never touched you. Running, okay. These people are running away. Because why? Looking you up, wasting time, giving money, dirty offer, cock blocking. These people are just, ugh. Someone could have tried to give you something. They played out. Exactly. There was definitely some bullshit going on here behind the scenes. Yeah, you have people here who are just, they don't want this cycle to be over. I feel like you had to walk away, or you're being pulled away if you haven't walked away. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you are someone who is very nurturing, very giving, very generous, very kind, very caring, very, like I said, you know, you're not gonna just eat in front of somebody if they ain't got nothing to eat. You gonna like, you want some of my fries? You know, you want a piece of my burger? You want some of this? You know, or you heading up to somebody's house? Hey, I'm finna stop at the grocery store and give me something to eat real quick. Y'all want something? You know what I mean? Like, you don't just show up empty-handed. Like, oh, you know, come over for dinner. Okay, you want me to stop off and get a bottle of wine or pick up some dessert or bring a? Oh yeah, you know, you want, like, you're very hospitable. You're very kind. You're very nurturing. You're very giving. You're a team player. That's what people miss about you. How easy it was for you to kind of like work with others. Like, you're a very good team player here. And the Death card in reverse. You know, I feel like you have been resistant to changing some of these habits about yourself, especially when it comes to 1111. Your possessions, materials, things like that, you know. You could be, for example, okay, I like Nike. You know, I love a good Nike sweater. I love Nike shoes. All my shoes are Nike. And, you know, I've never bought a pair of Adidas. I never bought a pair of AN1s. I never bought a pair of Swiss, K-Swiss. You know, I just wear Nikes. That's all I wear. Nikes or Timbs for boots. But, you know, my dress shoes, I don't care about them. I'll get my dress shoes at Target, the Goodwill if I had to. But when it comes to certain things, you do have your brand loyalty. That's what I'm getting at. So, you know, you may always be a Chrysler girl. You may always be whatever you like, whatever it is. You know, you may have your brand that you like. You know, for me, even little things, like I like twinning the tea company. Like, I like their herbal teas. I don't like you know, essential herbs or whatever it's called. The one with the little teddy. I don't like that. I just don't like that one. You know, you are somebody is upset they don't have access to you anymore. They're missing out on your generosity. The Two of Wands, they did it to themselves. They played themselves because they were, this could have been, I don't think this is a lover, but this is a friend or somebody here who was really jealous and talking shit on you. The spirit is taking them out of your life, right? Because of this. You are about to receive a level up that is to be, it's gonna what I'm hearing is you won't have to work for it. You'll never have to put in hard work. I ain't gonna say never, but I feel like you're really gonna just be able to just sit back, relax, and let your money make it for you. You're gonna be able to just, yeah, oh yeah, oh my God. The Chariot and the Knight of Swords here. You are gonna be just out here living the best life in front of everybody here. And there's going to be a lot of people who are mad because they can't come with you. They stuck. They have to either undergo the transformation that you went through, surrender to the universe, allow the universe to rebuild and destroy what needs to go away so they can become a better person here. Like you had to do. You had to undergo a lot. Like you had to leave these things behind. Like maybe here coming up, you're going to figure out that a lot of stuff that you thought you needed that would make you happy isn't really real. All of that shit is craziness. You're giving up all these accolades and titles and all of that to be your own sovereign person. Like, for example, you know, I'm staring right here. I got my bachelor's in science of education. I have a master's in art for education and innovation, which is like curriculum. You know, those are all these titles, right, that I had, and they were so important at the time, but I don't care about any of that shit now. That shit doesn't define who I am as a person, as a man. You know, I am my own person, and I work as a tarot reader. You know, I do private bookings. So if you want a private reading, you can go in the description and you can sign up and you can get a reading from me that way. Or you can continue to watch my YouTube videos, and make sure you like and subscribe so we can grow this channel out. You know? So what I was in my prior life, it doesn't really, I mean, I carry it with me though, the death card in reverse, because that is a part of who I am. You know, I still love to teach. Like, I consider this to be a form of teaching, me sitting here talking to you. This is my way of now teaching, and I enjoy it. You know, I like to make PowerPoints. I like to, like, you know, inform people. I taught a course on how to read tarot cards a couple weeks ago at this psychic fair workshop type thing. So, you know, those aspects of my old life that seep into the new one here. But I feel like with this with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Pentacles, the accolades, the skills here, you know, they don't really, you don't need to keep working. Like, you've obtained that aspect of your life. This new project here though is going to require some of that though. You know, that the professionalism that I gained from teaching, the patience I learned from dealing with students, the information organizational skills, scaffolding, pedagogy, the andragogy, you know, how do adults process information versus children versus older people, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many different philosophies and ways of teaching people. Some people are visual learners, some people are more auditory, some people learn by you know, hands-on activities, engagement. You know, it's just being able to provide a different inflection on something here that you've already built. You're going to be very successful when you stop trying to make money for other people and really focus on branding yourself. You know, this is the channel. I'm telling you, I am all for small business owners, you know, new business owners, self-employed. We don't need to be out here making more people money when we are out here barely getting by ourselves. You know what I mean? Six of Wands in reverse here. Some people really, like, took you for granted. This job, this community, these co-workers, these friends, these family members, people who's out here really looking like, oh, Collective's an idiot, you know, Collective's just a simp, you know what I mean? Not to be disrespectful, but someone was really, like, just eating it up. They just wanted you to be stuck in, like, this, you know, helpless kind of energy. And I think you just said no. Yeah, you laid your burdens down. You said, fuck this, I'm not going to keep doing this. You walked away from the good paying job that was super stressful. You know, you didn't walk away from the lifestyle, perhaps. The death card here in reverse, you know, it ain't easy. But it's a slow ego death. It's like you, like, slowly peeled the Band-Aid off here. And the Six of Swords and the Two of Wands. And the current energy is like, you know, you're moving forward, but you're still, I'll put it like this, you know, I'm going to be a YouTube tarot reader, all right? That's what I'm doing. I'm not going to be, I am that right now. You know, my goal is to have this sustain myself financially and be secure within 2 years, okay? Less than that, honestly, hopefully. And really build up my clientele with my private bookings and do gigs and, you know, get my bracelets launched and start doing that, merch, all that good stuff. You know, I really, you know, I got a brand here I need to capitalize on. You know, and one part of me is also like, you know, if that doesn't sound like you, you got plenty of connections in the education system. You have plenty of accolades. You have a really good track record. So if I ever do feel like returning back to the classroom, which I probably won't, but if I ever did, I know that I would be accepted with open arms. And you have that same kind of mentality. You know, you didn't leave, you know, fuck you all, you know. You probably won't go back to the place that employed you. Wherever you are at, it's not the only place in existence that does whatever it does. Justice is here. I know that's right. Balance. You're taking back control of your life. You are the one that is calling the shots now. You are the boss. You have this sword in your hand to cut through the BS. You have clarity now. You have balance. You have reciprocity. People can't just, take advantage of your time and your energy for free. They gonna have to pay me, People have to talk to you funny now. People gotta talk to you with respect. They can't talk to you funny no more. You bossed up. God, the universe, they didn't seen how people treated you. They didn't seen how hard you worked to get nowhere. And they're like, no, not collective. Collective is one of my special people. I got to put my hand on this. I got to come down. I got to put my hand on this and fix this, because people out here playing on you. People playing with you. The Chariot and the Knight of Swords here, I'm telling you, you got a blessing coming in the form, it's financial. And these people are going to be plucked. The Devil here and the Eight of Swords in reverse. Yeah, these people don't want to admit that you are divinely favored. And they're just the instrument of the devil. They are stuck in this devil energy here with this Devil in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. This person's biggest fear is you getting everything that you want in life. Ain't that crazy? Their biggest fear is you being happy. Like, that's crazy, because your biggest fear should be you being unhappy, not me. Like, you doing it wrong, People are giving their energy to you to focus on. And the Seven of Wands here in reverse, you ain't gotta be defensive. You don't have to, you ain't gotta worry about that. You're protected here. All you have to do is keep your heart open, allow forgiveness to ruminate within you. Not for them, but for you. Keep your heart open, okay? Keep your heart open. It's really important that I say that, because it's easy for you to get jaded when you think back to how people have treated you, how you were made to be belittled, how, I'm getting this image of someone here who, you really give your all to people. Like, you really, what's the word? You really care a lot about people. And sometimes people who have a big heart, they get targeted by narcissists and people who are really bitter by the things that have happened to them in life. And because you didn't allow those things to make your heart harden, I'm not saying everything is perfect with you, but you have this energy, this way about yourself here where I feel like you don't necessarily let things take you down. Okay, I'm being a little neurotic here. Sorry. You don't really let things get to you. And these people are over here, you just dust it off. Like, these people are over here talking shit, and you just running. You just doing your life. Like, you are so unbothered here. I wish you could see, like, this person, happiness hater, talking shit. Okay, and here you are. You just running. You're just doing your thing. You're getting your health together. You're taking back your. You're not focused on other people. Is what I'm trying to get at. You're not focused on other people like the way people are focused on you, and that's bothering people. These people are used to you having more concern about what's going on with them in their life, and I don't think it's because you're being like self-centered or whatever. You just have a lot going on for yourself. You're working very diligently. The Knight of Cups here. Yeah. You're giving your energy to things that make you feel happy. Things that you love. Things that bring joy into your life. In the Tower here, in the Temperance in reverse, this person's finding out that you are not one of those things, that they are not one of those things that bring you joy. These people did not make you happy. this job, this relationship, this dynamic of people, family, friends, work, co-workers, whatever. This dynamic was not pleasurable for you. Even though you didn't take anything too personally. And I think because they were also miserable, and you just learned to kind of like compartmentalize, like you kind of like, okay, this is my job, this is what I do, I'm gonna be cool, I'm not gonna let anything like stress me out too much. But also, you know, you're not someone who is needing, you know how to just go home and just be yourself. Like, you have a very rich inner world is what I think. I think you have a very, very rich inner world. You have a good group of friends when you come home from work, a family that loves you and support you. You know, people who sit up and gossip at work all day, they ain't got shit going on. They ain't got nothing else to do. They ain't got no friends outside of the job. They don't have any hobbies. You don't have time to just sit up and talk about work all fucking day and talk about this, talk about that. You have things to do, places to go, people to see, money to grab. I don't want to talk about something that happened 4 days ago at work on my Saturdays off with you hoes. Like, you don't have to, you know, reply to everybody in the group chat. You may be the least talkative person in the group chat. They're like, why we still got this bitch in the group chat? They don't even say nothing. They're just sitting here looking at shit, if they even looking at it. Not legal issues, Lord. Court, judges, immigrations, lawyers, etc. Someone here could be having some legal issues. I don't think this is you. Is this collective? The Magician here, the Queen of Wands. No. I don't think it's you. Is this legal issues? Is this the collective? Wheel of Fortune. You good. You good. You good. This ain't you. This ain't you. This could have been you though. But you got the hell out of Dodge. I don't know. This is like your company that you used to work for could be filing a class action lawsuit, or they could have had a lawsuit filed against them. But you good. You're gonna be okay. All right. You had the 10, the wheel, the 10 of damn. I always say the wheel, the 10 of wheels. No, the Wheel of Fortune, number 10. The number 10 could be very significant coming up here. Something could happen on the 10th. Somebody turning 10. I don't know. But I see you following your passions, following your dreams. You walked away from a very toxic work environment or a friend group or all of the above, and or you're being blessed here with spirit, and you don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to feel like you need to, I was thinking this before I got on this here call. And I was thinking like how, money, people say, oh, money sometimes brings out the worst in people. And I don't think that's true. I think money allows people, to a certain extent, right? When we have a certain level of financial security, I think that changes your brain, right? Because there is something, when you have just millions and millions of dollars, and there's just, unless you do something really fucking stupid, like, I don't know, spend it all on something dumb. If you're a practical person and you know how to make money and you know how to keep money up, because let's be honest, the people who make money aren't the ones out here spending it all up. It's usually their wives, their husbands. It's the people who ain't making the money. And this guy told me this quote when I was doing the insurance. He was like, people who have parents who are really good with money, they often have kids who are really bad with money, unless they teach them how to manage it. And not everyone teaches people how to manage their money. I know my parents didn't teach me shit about money. I wish they did though. But they didn't know that much either. A time for healing. So it's a time for you to heal. Balsamic moon. I don't know what that means. I like balsamic vinaigrette, so maybe it's a time to heal. It's a time for you to really heal. And I think that's accepting the fact that these connections here need to be over with. These are people here who are going to bring you down. Hold your vision. Stay true. fixed moon. So keep pushing on is what I'm hearing from you. Spirit does not want you to give up. Spirit does not want you to let these haters and these people talking shit to get into your psyche and make you think that you need to go back to whatever it was that you were doing beforehand. You know, people, I hear people sometimes always say, do you ever miss teaching? You want to go back? Would you ever, like, you want to come back? And it's like, no, I don't. I'm happy what I'm doing. But like, how are you supporting yourself? Don't worry about that. Damn, you got some money for me? Okay, then no. Unless you're going to pay some of these bills, don't fucking worry about it. I'm Gucci. Don't worry. And you're good. And these people, like, hold on to your dream. The number of people who have tried to really, like, question what I'm doing, why am I doing this, I just stopped telling people. I tell people I just do insurance and they just leave me alone because they think I'm probably going to try to sell them something. They don't want to buy none anyway. And, you know, but just don't. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to explain yourself. You grown. You are listening to spirit. You're being directed to follow spirit. Whatever it told. If spirit said, and you would know this too because it's what your heart desires. You're following your heart's desire. And it's going to lead you. Okay? It's going to lead you to work less and enjoy more and have everything you need at your fingertips when you want it. That's what abundance is. You don't need trillions of dollars, or you don't need to have $1 billion, or you know. Listen, honestly, at this point in my life, if I was sitting here on YouTube with a comfortable income and all I had to do was get up here and go live and talk on the camera and do readings, like, that's all I want to do. And if that's enough to support me and, you know, live a comfortable lifestyle, then that's great. That's all I need to do. Take time to breathe out. Disseminating moon. So you're going to be working your ass off here. Make sure that you take time to really breathe and give yourself time to really, like, just not worry so much. I think you're going to get to a point here soon where things are going to, like, level out and it's going to make sense. Right now you're in the testing phase, right? Where the spirit is kind of like testing you. Your commitments are being tested. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're in the testing phase where, you know, you're being directed to move towards this new life, this new beginning, and spirit is testing you to see if you're ready to hold what it's ready to give you, because there's a big gift coming towards you here. Very big gift. Nine of Swords. And this gift is going to come with you shedding a lot of anxiety here. This Eight of Swords here. Seeing self-limited beliefs in the Emperor here. You need to believe in yourself more. You need to believe that you are an emperor or an empress. An emperor. You are in charge. You can be in charge. The Nine of Swords came out again, but in reverse. Just like I said, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You need to relax, boo. Okay? You got this. You got this, Sam. You got this, family. The Nine of Swords, purging through the dark night, releasing those fears, facing those fears. I'm never going to have a husband. I'm never going to get a wife. I'm never going to have kids. I'm never going to be living in the penthouse in the upper west side of Manhattan. I'm never going to get to drive a Range Rover or a Bugatti or a Maserati. It's like, you don't know that. And it's also kind of like, even like, you're like, oh really? You're never gonna get to drive a Maserati? Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, there's a continent of people starving to death. People are literally dying, mining lithium out of these mountains so you can have an iPhone 17 to buy shit you don't need on it. You know, like, we have enough shit over here in America. I'm not trying to, like, make anybody feel guilty or anything like that. When you really put shit into perspective like that, like, the fact that you are able to watch me from wherever you are is a blessing in itself. And the more gratitude we hold for what we already have, it just makes the universe wants to give you more. Because the universe, who wants to give to an ungrateful bitch? You don't even like what I gave you. Why would I keep blessing you when you're not even happy right now? Well, I only have a 2017 car. I want like a 2024. Like, oh my God. I don't like my. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just old. You know, there's people literally standing at the bus stop early in the morning. I'm not saying this is you. I'm not saying this is. I used to be a very ungrateful motherfucker. I'm just to be honest with you. I used to be so ungrateful, and I used to just like I did not appreciate, you know, the people in my life. I did not appreciate my youth, my health, you know, my brain, my body, my intelligence. I didn't appreciate anything about me. I hated myself. I hated everything about myself. And, you know, it took a lot of work. It's taking a lot of work, and it's still it's not perfect. You know, I'm not a perfect man. I go to therapy. I talk to my therapist about my feelings, you know, and I've been having therapy now for like I've been in therapy for almost 10 years. I think therapy is a lifelong thing. It's really amazing to just be able to have a non-biased or an unbiased person in your life who has no connection to anyone else in your life, and just, you know, talk to them about certain things. And it's really interesting. I really enjoy it. And even having the ability to go to therapy is a privilege within itself. Some people can't go to therapy. They don't have the insurance. They don't have the extra resources or the time to do so. So, you know, gratitude is the attitude of abundance. The more grateful you are for the littlest things. The littlest of things, like, oh my goodness, I woke up today and I saw you all's comments, and I was happy. 3636. I was so happy to read the comments from the people who are watching my videos, liking my videos. You know, my channel is growing so fast, and it's not because of me, it's because of you guys. It's because of us. I can't do this by myself. I can't make 2,000 subscriber accounts. You know, it's you guys. So thank you. And I'm so grateful for you all. I'm so grateful to have this platform. I'm so grateful to have this responsibility of delivering these messages, because I really take this seriously, and I really, really, really want you all to know that. I really care a lot about the people I give readings to, and I want you all to know that I'm here for you. If you ever need a personal, let me know. You know, I had someone the other day who was in the comments saying something, and like, if you watch this video, please, you know who you are, email me and we can work something out. I really enjoy helping people. I really do. It makes me so happy, because it's my mission here on earth. It's to raise the vibration. It's to provide love and hope to people. I had a client this morning who was really going through a really serious, tough situation, and just being able to help them, like, just see the release and the relief on their face as I'm talking to them, you know, it makes me feel good. It confirms and affirms that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, you know. And it's not about the money, you know. It's about actually helping people. And that conversation was longer than 30 minutes. And I was like, last night I was talking to another person, and we was on the phone for almost an hour. And I was like, no, do not. And they would insist. I was like, do not. But, you know, I'm not going to, if you want to, hey, I'm not going to turn it down, but you don't have to. I'm not one of those people who, okay, well, 30 minutes, your time's up, bye. You know, I've never been good with that. Anytime I do like a private party, I'm like, you need to book me for at least 3 or 4 hours. You know, and I might go longer than that, because once people start to see how I operate and how I do this, there'll be a line. I have people lining up to get readings from me at these parties, and I'm like, I'm just letting people know what happens. Is because I truly care. Like, I have a whole prayer list right here from past clients, and I think about these people and I pray for them, and I just want you to know that you guys mean a lot to me. Okay? I don't know where that came from, but or how I got to that topic. I want you guys to just know that, you know, these videos mean something to me, and I hope they mean something to you. And with that being said, thank you all again for being here. If you can, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know how this reading went for you and how it resonated. And until next time, I love you guys. Drink water, be safe, and peace.